to another live session talking about the current energy and where we're headed as a collective, as humanity on this planet, in this space, in this time. We have a lot to talk about. We have a new moon in Sagittarius coming up tomorrow. We have 3i Atlas coming very close to Earth tomorrow. We have the solstice, the winter solstice here in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice in the southern hemisphere coming up this weekend. And a lot of strong aspects that are causing much needed tension, can be stress for some, but I titled this live about truth being revealed because that was my experience. What I was receiving a lot of messages this morning and throughout my day with regards to the current energy, with regards to my life path, my experience, which is the only thing I can speak from is my experience. And yeah, there were a few things that were revealed to me today that I did not know that actually really helped change a narrative, change a story, a narrative or a story that really was feeding off of my wounds and fears that and I've done a lot of work over the years to realize that it was not true, but just, receiving the confirmation that that's not true at all. It felt good. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna just give it a couple minutes for some people to come into the chat, and we'll pull some cards and we'll just kind of talk about the energy and possibly do a group meditation or just connect with the same intention. We are at the end of the year, well, just about the calendar year, the Gregorian calendar year. We're not at the end of the energetic year or even the Chinese New Year. So we still have a little bit more time. And I do feel that this new moon in Sagittarius is an invitation to once again open us up to what we really desire, how we wish to be living here on this planet, our experiences that we wish to be having. Hello, Chloe X Vicky. Hi. Sorry, I lost my train of thought here for a moment. Hopefully some of my moderators are going to be coming on here soon, so I can really get into it without having to worry too much. How are you doing? Let's tap into how's everybody doing. I do see there's a bunch of people on here. If you want to share what your experiences are, you're welcome to. This is a safe space to share and yeah, share what's been going on with you. I will say that, and there's my cat wanting to go outside. We're coming into a completion of some pretty long and drawn out cycles for us all individually and collectively. I'm doing very well. Thank you. My cat wants to go outside. Yes. I may let her go out in a moment. It snowed here though, so she doesn't stay out very long. She does not like the cold. Neither do I. So I really want to get into why I titled this video what I did. And I want to kind of wait for the moderators to come on so we can really let the energy flow. Your cat hates the cold, but when it's snowing, she wants to go out. Yeah, she will want to go out, but she won't stay out. She'll just kind of stay on the porch and look around. But I think even as hourly goes by, she wants to try again. Like, maybe it's going to be different next time the door's open. And I open the door again. She's like, nope, it's still the same. And I guess that's a good symbol for us, especially throughout this year. We've had a lot of, we've had high hopes and wishes and dreams. We've also been going through a massive, massive transformation and a lot of change. So all of those things that we were desiring to have come to fruition or to experience, we are being prepared for it, letting go of the old, releasing the wounded versions of ourselves and the reactive parts of ourselves. We've had quite the maturation cycle that has helped us become a lot closer to our true soul self and authenticity. Yeah, you went through a lot. Yeah, we've all gone through a lot. Okay, I'm gonna let my cat out so she doesn't stop whining, and we'll continue this conversation because I definitely want to get into all of that. Okay, Luna. Okay, so 2025 has definitely been quite a year. And if we backtrack in cycles, at least as far as a small chunk of time of our life experience here, we're going to go back to some pretty intense alignments that happened between January and April of 2020. And that was one of the first major catalysts that was brought into our reality and our experience to first test us and shake us like a snow globe. A lot of confusion, a lot of panic, a lot of illusion, which over the course of time from 2020 on to 2025 started to, it was almost like whatever had been brought up from the surface and has been stirred up started to settle back down, and it's time for us to kind of sift through the debris, so to speak, and make heads or tails as to what was this all about? What was this meant to, why is this happening? And the important questions: why are we here? What are we doing? The important questions that every human being on this planet should be asking. Let's see. Bear with me here. I still don't have my moderators on, so let me just take care of a few of these, and then I'll get back to okay. So, okay. It's like it went to 2020 fast, 2025. I don't like it. It went very fast. Yes. There was a lot of memes, which I don't like, and I'm not going to say I loved 2020. Right, right. Hello, hi everybody. So yeah, we're just gonna backtrack to the first main catalyst, which history repeats itself. So we've had a lot of fear-based control tactics played on us humans for many lifetimes. And this is where the truth being revealed is starting to surface. And I'm really happy to see. Now, there are many of us that have always seen the truth and speak the truth. We are called conspiracy theorists. We are called crazy. We are called all kinds of things. Yet, and that was our test. Can you stand in the truth and authenticity while being blasted by those who do not wish to see or come to terms with the truth? Right? Yeah. So it's very interesting. And what was brought to my attention this morning, because I really pick up and feel and read in on and collective energy um, in a massive way, and I was feeling this giant shift. And I sound like a broken record a lot of times, because when I feel that massive shift, I want to scream from the rooftops like, oh my gosh, something's changing, something's happening. And it is, it truly is. Yet we don't always see it firsthand as to how that change or shift or revealing is going to impact us individually and collectively. But what I was shown today was more than one time, in more than one scenario, some pretty deep revealings and realizations from some people who have not been paying attention, basically. Okay. Well, thank you for joining in, Chloe. This is interesting too, because I don't see any of my moderators on. It's so funny too, because a lot of people are calling me Beth. My name is Paige, and my channel is Be the Change. But sometimes people will call me Beth because Be the looks like Beth. I think it's kind of funny, but that's not my name. My name is Paige. Okay, so there was definitely a purpose in coming on here and sharing what I was picking up, although I'm reluctant to continue on without any moderators on here today. I do want to connect and group up with the community here for the new moon energy and for all the energies that are stirring around us like crazy, bringing truth to the surface, revealing deep truths as far as how we have been controlled, manipulated, the psyops, the fear-based tactics. Yes. Oh, you guys always make me smile. Let's see. I'm just checking the chat here. That's very interesting. Every tarot reader is talking about the moon as if something big happened. So I have to get my magic online. We are the magic. You are the magic. I am the magic. We create that magic energetically within ourselves. Well, I'm going to chalk it up to there's so many things that we could consider psyops, and I'm not going to get into grouping it with cultures or religions or any of that. I'm not here to have anybody believe in what I say. I really like to bring things to light as a topic of conversation, something that's important. Yes, I do agree. Thank you, Salem. I don't need mods. Everyone in here is being respectful and civil. Yeah, I agree. And that's I'm grateful for that too as well. And maybe that is something in my mind that I need to let go and trust, right? So I will say that I do have to be really careful and cautious with my words here on YouTube because of and going live really helps kind of confuse the algorithms, I believe, because when videos are posted, they just kind of get put on the back burner. They don't get recirculated, and that's happening with a lot of readers and a lot of people, not readers, a lot of people who are speaking truth on social media. We are sort of getting put through some kind of filtration system, I've noticed. So, and it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So getting back to the energy, we have an interstellar object, 3I Atlas, that is still a mystery to us, as far as there are many channelers and readers and people, and I can even feel in and tap into this anomaly, to this energy, and get an idea and get a sense of what it is. But there's so much more to the greater picture than just this object that is not a comet, that is sort of unknown, and is on a very on a path, on a mission of sorts. And remote viewing sometimes. Sometimes. I'm not remote viewing right now, though. No. But that is definitely a beautiful subject I wouldn't mind tapping into, because we all have the ability. It's just a matter of really honing in on and putting it into practice. But I do receive messages. I do receive insight on what is happening energetically, what is happening as far as cycles go. I read into cycles, and we are closing up some rather large cycles. Thank you. We are closing some rather large cycles here, and it's important for us to really focus on what's the purpose of all this? What are we doing here? Why are we here? Asking those bigger questions, asking yourself, asking your soul, because truly we've been sold a lie in many, many, many respects. We've been dealt and sold a lie about our history, about the history of the planet, the history of humans on the planet, and it's been controlled. The narrative, the story, his story has been controlled and directed through many different departments, religions, education, the elite. Yeah, there's a lot of psyops that's happening, that has been happening. And it's really important for us to connect to our soul, connect to and be very grounded, um, be able to see the bigger picture and realize that we're all playing out these characters. And one of the big purposes of being on earth, having a human experience, from what I was given, is that this is the only place that you can be separated from love, that you can experience the contrast of duality. And in our life experience, we have traumas, we have a lot of horrific things that happen that pull us away from love, which is all that the soul expresses and experiences on the other side. So imagine that's all you experience, and you can create whatever you desire in the blink of an eye all day. Eventually, you want to have some kind of experience. What happens when you eat chocolate all day long, every day? Eventually, you get tired of chocolate. That's just an example, right? You want to have some contrast so that you know how good that chocolate actually tastes. This is the same thing with love. We get pulled so far away from the energy of love, from our heart, from our soul, to such a degree that we hit what's known as rock bottom, energetically, mentally, emotionally, physically. And it's almost like we can't stand ourselves anymore. We start to let go, release and let go of all of the stories, all of the layers that have kept us away from love, loving ourselves first. It always comes back to self-love first and foremost. And once you can accomplish self-love, you realize that you have love, unconditional love, not conditional love, unconditional love for all living beings on this planet. And that's a rough journey. Not everybody makes it in one time. Many of us have come back over and over and over again to really get it, to complete something that our parents weren't able to complete something that our grandparents and their parents and their grandparents, our ancestral line, has not been able to complete. So you'll notice patterns of trauma and patterns of addictions and patterns of behavior that have been passed down generation to generation to generation. I speak about this a lot. I come from a family, my father's side of the family, all the men were in war, World War I, World War II. My dad was in Vietnam. When they come back, traumatized from having those experiences, that traumatic energy is then projected out onto the family. Everybody else absorbs and receives and experiences the trauma that was experienced at war, whether it's through alcoholism, abuse, neglect, you name it. And this continues to be a repetitive cycle as well. Many of us this day and age came here to complete that cycle. I see the patterns. I see what's been passed down from generation to generation. The buck stops here. I'm not allowing it to pass. I'm not going to walk in the same footsteps as my parents did or my grandparents did. So that's one reason why we're here. But there's more, because there was a time when we lived on this planet in complete cooperation and unconditional love and respect for all living beings, animals and plants. There were also other beings that lived on this planet with us harmoniously. And then we had a great flood, a great reset that wiped a lot of it clear. not completely, but there was we fell into the dark ages basically, and this is where we have been manipulated, controlled, and basically hypnotized to follow, and it's all been sold to us. We're born into this story, beliefs that just simply are not true. Now it's being shown to us the narratives and stories that many, not all, but many humans bought into. Just think about 2020, for example, and finding that, you know what, that actually was not true. What is the truth? The truth is being revealed left and right, up and down, side by side. And there are still people that are burying their heads in the sands, but this energy between the cosmos, the planetary lineups, the solar flares, the 3-eye atlas, the energetics alone, the frequency is it's a new energy, it's a new frequency here on the planet. And I don't know. Bear with me, guys. Oops. Okay. Just strange comments going on here. I do take this topic very seriously, and I did want to just come on and talk about it. And it's interesting because I typically have moderators. And one specifically said that he was going to be on here, and I understand that things happen. So I'm going to keep talking for a little bit longer. Definitely. Exactly, girl. That's correct. So what I was picking up today and why I wanted to share this live was that there's been a lot of frustration for a lot of us who already saw through the lies and the manipulation tactics and the control tactics. Saw through it so clearly, and yet we also witnessed the status quo, including loved ones and just society in general, going along completely mesmerized and hypnotized in their phones, in their social media, almost robotically consuming, buying, purchasing. Look at me, look what I'm eating, like not actually living not actually living their truth, but hiding behind what they've always, and we've all done this. This is no judgment. I don't want this to come off the wrong way, because I understand that's part of the journey, is to find, there's a comfort zone that we each find when we're not feeling like we are seen or heard or fit in. And so a lot of people, because safety in numbers, we tend to blend and become a version of ourselves that's not really true to our soul self. Oh, thank you, Alex. Still calling Black culture a psyops has negative overtones and is adding to the divide even more. Yeah, I mean, Black, Jewish, it's happening all over the world, okay? I don't want to target any specific. I want you to expand. I want us to expand and see what's happening here. There are many different narratives that try to divide us, because on the other side, we are all, we're not the same. We have our own unique energetic blueprint, but it doesn't matter. Black, white, blue, green, purple, red, woman, man. I see you, you see me. We're all the same. And we've gotten so far away from that for so long that eventually something has to break, something's got to give. And that's what's happening here energetically. I know that it doesn't look that way because typically things have to get so dark and so, I don't like to use the word bad, but that's the only one coming to mind at at the moment, before the collapse, before the truth, the light, our hearts crack open. A lot are asleep, but we live in a multi-dimensional earth. Yes. Yes, we do. We are multi-dimensional ourselves as well. And this is also coming online for humans, which it's becoming a little more understood, but then there's also manipulation and illusion within all of that too, including in spiritual communities. You can't escape it. It's everywhere. So the important part of the journey is to know yourself. Know thyself. Tap back into your heart. What speaks to your heart when you see another being harmed or hurt, whether it's a human, an animal, what at the earth itself? How does that make your heart feel, in all honesty? These are the things that are being shown to us. What is important? What is of value? And I do feel that by March, April of 2026 is when the cracking open truly happens. I can't predict exactly how that's going to happen, but I feel that it's going to be a multitude of things between the earth, the tectonic plates within the earth, moving and shifting. We do have a lot of earthquakes going on, the volcanic eruptions that are happening. There's floods, tsunamis. If you think about it, it makes sense too. Whenever there is, I'll give it an example of what I'm talking about here. Whenever there is catastrophe, my youngest brother lives in Asheville, North Carolina, where the big flood was, and it just wiped that entire town out. Now, in the down south in that area, not specifically Asheville, but there was floods beyond that town. There was a divide between races and between people. They just were not, it wasn't that they were like fighting each other, but they just didn't like see each other or see each other as, you're my brother, you're my sister, you're my neighbor type of thing, until everybody lost everything. It was devastating. Suddenly people came together to help, because human to human. Do you need food? Do you need water? Basic needs for the human survival. And that happened. And it happens time and time again when there's catastrophe, when all of our materialistic stuff flashes away, and we're hanging by life, the thread of life itself, we come together. Hi, Patsy. Seven signs will be in Aries for the first time. You mean planets? 7 planets? What do we have? Oops. Okay. So, and with all of that, a lot of times we don't get cracked open, fully awake, until we hit some kind of rock bottom. I mean, that's how it goes. The soul on the other side is always complete, is always, is always connected to love, is always connected to the source of all. It's just the human experience that is quite disturbing, I would say. Yeah, that sounds about right. In April, what do we have? Neptune, Saturn, the sun would be. Yeah. Aries, the beginning of the zodiac, the Fool card, the start, the okay, what have I got to lose type of energy. Hello from us. Hi, Stephanie. Oh, thank you for joining in, Phoenix Lightning. Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought here because we had a lot of people in the chat. I had to keep an eye on it. How are you guys doing? Does anybody want to talk about what you've been experiencing as far as the energies? There's a lot going on for sure. Fresh new beginnings. And here's the thing about the Sagittarius new moon that I'm picking up. It is like we have to hold on to the hope, okay? That things are going to get better. We can't let go of that knowing. There's an inner knowing that we have, right? Things are going to get better. Maybe not all across the board, but there's like some reset is on the horizon. It can't get worse than this. Well, famous last words, right? No, but what I mean is, let me just collect my thoughts here. We are meant to be free. And we have been shown throughout this year specifically, but since 2020, where we had not been free, what we had bought into, what we were believing in, what we were giving our energy to, and how that actually depleted our own energetic, our own self at a soul level. You're in Canyon. Okay. Oh, Phoenix is in Canyon Lake. For the most part, good. Every now and then, bam, bad mood hits. I work through them pretty fast, though. Yeah, we've had a lot of mood swing type of energies shift in for sure. Ooh, was it last week? Last week, something came about and really was zapping me with I kept getting these bursts of anger. And of course there were like little tiny things that were annoyances, but it was like there was leftover anger that would come up. And just here's what I'm getting at. The level of frustration, right? Because we have this inner knowing. Something's got to give. Hold that hope. Hold that light. Hold that inner knowing because it's coming. The way we wish and desire to live and experience life here on earth is coming. Don't deny it, and don't, because you're not seeing it, because we're not seeing it yet. And this is what this new moon is showing us, because we have a lot of challenging aspects. We've got a square to Saturn and to Neptune, but Saturn is more like restrictions, no, or slow down. We have a yod with Uranus and Jupiter pointing right at the moon and sun. And it's almost as if the frustration of seeing the plastic world that we live in, the hypocrisy, the brutality, all the things that we're witnessing, the lies, the manipulation. It can get very frustrating, but know that, and I've had some small glimpses today that in my experience, that people are waking up, and the more people that are starting to like pull their head out from the sand and dust themselves off and realize, like, I can't hide from myself, I can't hide from the truth any longer, the better. It's coming, it's happening. It really is. So we're here to like be that front runner, hold that light, hold that hope, and have compassion for all of those who were hypnotized, who were mesmerized into a spell of some sort, of a belief system, or just a way of being. I mean, we have so many different ways that you can just run and hide from the truth. No more. It's not that easy anymore. That's probably a good idea, Erisa, for privacy. Old West I-5. 2025 has been rough and tough, but everything turned 180 in the last several weeks. So much is queuing up and moving in a positive light. Good. Thank you for sharing that, because I do see that too. I truly do. In my own personal world, my own personal life, um, and realize that many of us have been the scapegoats. We've been the black sheep. We've been, as I was saying earlier, if you actually did speak truth, we were the conspiracy theorists, or crazy, or weird, or any of that stuff, and we just took it because, like, what are you gonna do, right? Things are turning 180. That was shown to me today. And not to, when it does come full circle, we're in a more mature place and space, not in a immature, I told you so kind of way, but having compassion in our heart, because we went through the hard parts of the journey. The doormat. Thank you, Patsy. Yes, the doormat. We've gone through the hard parts of the journey too. We've gone in through the collective dark night of the soul. We've had our own personal dark night of the soul over and over and over and over again. It's exhausting. I have to say that honestly, my body is so exhausted this year. All year long, I get like bursts of energy, but oh, I need more sleep now than ever before. And I know that dream space has been very interesting lately. Steph, I'm finding things I used to like or be drawn to, including people I no longer care for. That's a tough one for me, because I don't want to hurt anyone, but I'm moving on. Good. Hello, Willow Pillow. Yep, sleeping so much more. Yes. And Patsy says June, July, and August was tough. I can't even pinpoint one from the other as far as being tough, but I do know that for me, I had so many new things happen in my life at the same time. I was going through an energetic shift and upgrade, and got sick many times, but then also, had a new granddaughter born, and a lot of new things. Things are changing though. And it is interesting when we don't always realize it until we wake up one day and we're like, you know what? I don't think I like coffee anymore. I think I would like to have tea. I don't ever want to drink coffee anymore. Of course, don't like limit yourself to never ever. But what I'm trying to get at is like your normal, what you usually go for and like and enjoy, might not be as enjoyable or even like calling to you. That includes people as well, because our energy, our frequency has changed. It has shifted individually and just on the planet itself, which is like, whew, I feel it. I definitely feel it. And it's interesting. It's an interesting time of year, because this is the time of year where I usually kind of run and hide, because I feel everybody's collective energy of like the holidays, and I'm like, oh my God, let me just go to sleep until this is all over and done with. But this year I found myself not being that way. Not, getting swept up in it either, but just kind of being very calm and neutral about it all. I used to get so mad. I used to get so mad at just about like the holiday hoopla. But I don't know. Something definitely has shifted within me. And I'm liking it because I do feel that I'm in a calmer place and space, peace of mind. My energy's calm, my nervous system's calm. Willow Pillow, I feel more peace this year, and like boundaries are grounded in, so all is well. Yeah. See, and Steph, here's the thing with that, I feel bad. I struggle with that so much in my lifetime. And it's not that you have to like cut people off, but when you energetically have a boundary, stick to it, and you'll realize that you're not even and you can just go about your merry day. Most likely you're not even going to cross paths with the people that you once crossed paths with all the time, because the energy's shifted. The energy, there's no magnetic attraction there. Yeah, there's no resonance. Thank you. There's no resonance there. So I think it's safe to say we could pull a couple cards to just kind of get into. I haven't pulled from these in a long time. The Psychic Tarot is calling to me. Yeah, I just noticed that, like, you would think that certain generations too, like younger generations, would be all on board with all of the things that are, being revealed, or the conspiracy theorists and stuff like that, but that's not really the case. It's very interesting how the popcorn is popping right now. I will say that. But more and more people are waking up to the truth. That was just revealed to me again. And it's not that I need that confirmation, but it's always nice when you get it. It's like, oh, this is happening again. All right, so this is a collective message. Let's just see what comes through for us all. Triumph wanted to come out right out of the gate. Love it. Universe. 2 major arcana in this deck. It's pretty big. We are closing a big chapter. We've overcome so much. We've learned so much. We've learned so much about ourselves, and maybe even a little bit more about that which we oh my goodness. Okay. All major arcana here. Overall, the dominating energy here is the Power card. Thank you, Willow Pillow. The power and control. This can also be resonant to the Strength card. You see the lion, half man. Could be Lyran, for those of you who connect to our cosmic brothers and sisters. Taming the inner beast. Taming the ego. Now, we all have ego. We all have personality. And that is unique to our soul. Yet, we've also had personas or alter egos that we've developed throughout our lifetime in order to survive, in order to fit in order to maintain whatever it is, whatever we're trying to portray. So this is, we go through the journey of awakening, and it's stripping away all of those personalities and, what you identified as or with or who. And we go through the dark night of the soul of like, suddenly, what is this all about? Nothing makes sense. What's the point? I don't find any interest in anything anymore. And it's a reconstruction of and getting to the truth of oneself, the soul, and how much power and strength is in that energy, in the light that we carry, in the light that we are. Card reminds me of keeping my mind balanced. That's a good one too. Interesting enough, below that is triumphant success, which would be equivalent to the Ace of Swords. Clarity, truth, overcoming something, triumph, overcoming all of the challenges and obstacles that have been placed down before us on our paths. We designed them, our soul designed them, and we coordinated with other souls. You're going to play the bad guy. You're going to be the one that breaks my heart. You're going to be the one that steals my car. You're going to be the one that it's all contracted. Triumph, overcoming and seeing through the illusion, seeing through the contracts. I get it. I don't really need anybody else to come in here and show me my small self anymore. And then we have the universe. Beautiful depiction. Hi, Dustin. This energy, again, triumph, overcome. And you can see, I see this swirling. Now, this new moon is on the galactic center as well, which is very powerful energy. These energies are working, stirring things up, creating something, bringing new frequency onto the planet, allowing us to complete some very large cycles, tests, challenges. The universe, similar to the World card in the tarot deck, completion, integration, and no more fear. No more fear. You can read this two ways. I'm already picking up with this spread, with it being major arcana. We are becoming our own inner authority and trusting that. Trusting that when somebody tells you, and it doesn't matter what kind of authority they're in, that you need to put something in your body or else, go with your gut. Follow your heart. You are your own inner authority and nobody else. Do we want to do any more? All right, we're going to add to this. Okay. Universe has your back. Absolutely. Universe has our back. That's the main message I was getting all along, is don't give up hope. Don't give up faith. Trust and know that we are the power that we were giving outside of ourselves to other entities, energies, people, places, things. We hold that power within. Do not ever give it away again. That was the greatest lie that was told to us since birth. Thank you, Dustin. It was about a rough 40 or 50 minutes before you got in here. No, it was, actually it wasn't too bad. There's been a good group, and I appreciate all of you who have been in here and have joined in on all of this. This is beautiful, and I thank you for being a part of this. And, we have no control over what other people are going to say or do, but we do have control over what we say and do, and the energy that we put out there. What is the purpose of another person trying to get somebody to believe what they believe? That's a control. There's fear in there. There's a fear-based narrative and story telling them that if it's not what I believe, then it must be bad. It must be wrong. Oh. Another thing that we have our triumph, overcome. Now, we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed, which speaks about money, stability, finances, security, family, community. In reverse, it's a challenge. It's been a challenge. So everybody's unique path is unique to them. Either money's been a challenge, finances, your family's been a challenge, your resources have been compromised, that's been a challenge. Community, finding like-minded community, that's been a challenge. Whatever it is for you, this is what we are completing triumphantly. That's okay. We have the Four of Swords that came out with the universe. So this is, and we have the World again. Can't make it up. Oh, beautiful. I love this message. I love this message. Another message from the universe is to rest. I'm hearing, rest your weary mind. Keep your mind at ease, relax, slow down. Things are not what they seem. And what you feel inside, deep inside, your heart, your soul, to be true is. Just because we are not seeing things manifest yet as the way that we would like them to turn out. And of course, you want to release the expectation of how or exactly or whatever, but have the intention of, and maybe we can do this together for humanity, to be free, to be liberated from the corruption, from the manipulation, to be connected once again back to our heart, back to our soul, to recognize that we are all connected. We are all connected as to the one source. And we're having this very strange, intense experience in this dimensional space, Earth, or dimensional space, with the purpose of coming back to unconditional love, with the purpose of coming back to the heart, to the truth, to authenticity. To rest your weary mind is what I'm hearing. Oh, you're welcome, Phoenix Lightning 369. Powerful numbers there, 369. And again, we're talking about a completion. What are we completing? Saturn. Oh, I'm hearing Saturn. What we have given our power to, in the name of authority, in the name of power and control dynamics that is crumbling down before our very eyes, and recognizing that we are the true source of everything that could possibly become of the new frequency, the new earth, some would call it, the new experience. It's coming. It's a coming. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Love that. Ten of Swords in reverse below that with the Power card. No longer clinging to an old story. No longer clinging to that which feels familiar. If I don't know it, then it's not safe. No, it's a letting go. And Ten of Swords in reverse tells me that many of us here have already hit our rock bottom. And the only place to go from there is back up. Back up into the heart, back up into the truth, back up into the light. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And thank you, Dustin. I'm going to pull one more. Kuan Yin is really speaking to me right now, calling to me in this space. So, I, again, want to reiterate, because this message just keeps looming over me. Don't give up. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. It's been a very long journey to get to where we are heading, but we are almost there. The light is there at the end of the tunnel. So stay connected to your heart, stay connected to us, stay connected to all that is speaking to your heart and soul, and let go of that which is no longer in alignment, no longer in resonance with love. And we're going to get one final message from Kuan Yin this time around. I wanted to go deeper into this truth, but then I feel as though let's wait until the solstice energy arrives, which is Sunday, I believe. Because I don't even know fully. I just know what I see, what I feel, what I pick up is there are some beautiful energies working in our favor. To bring some balance here. As we know, things have been substantially out of balance for way too long. And that pendulum is swinging in the other direction. One more shuffle. Oh, I'm getting like a scratchy throat all of a sudden. Very interesting. We also have to go through our own process of releasing, letting go, maturity, so that we're not holding judgment and blame and shame against others as well, because that places harm on us. And the ripple effect is just like a shock wave. So it's a process. It's a process that my ego was like, all right, enough already, But I get it. I understand why we go through what we go through. It's humbling. And we are so loved and supported on the other side. It's absolutely beautiful. Dreams have been, for me, very vivid recently. And again, for me, a direct reflection of past experiences that have maybe left a mark or a scar. Mostly frustration, but I can actually laugh at them, even though I wake up kind of like tense, like, ugh. Now, last night's dream wasn't that way, but the last 3 nights before that, it was. And I was like, what? Why? And this is the residual. I've held on to so much frustration. And now I'm just at an ease. Like, whatever happens, happens. And when it happens is when it happens. And I'm not holding on to trying to control things. I'm not trying to manifest anything. I am in full surrender and in full open to receiving insight, information, upgrades, energetic upgrades. Been receiving that as well. So Kuan Yin has a message for us all. In closing this reading, and I purposely don't bring up very specific topics for a couple reasons, because my guides are always asking me to keep and hold a bigger perspective vision while we're together here. But also, everything does serve a purpose, even though it may not make sense while it's happening. We have the 10 Sisters of Light. I don't know if I've ever... Oh, it's a number 33. I don't know if I've ever pulled this card. Although I've said that before. It's just been a while. You are an abundant soul and have lived many incarnations. Shown your light through many different faces. Your soul has learned many skills in past lives, developed abilities and talents. This lifetime is a culminating lifetime in the sense that your soul is drawing together potencies developed over many lifetimes into unified expression. It's like drawing on the power of 10 sisters or more into your one current lifetime. Be prepared to grow and shine. And this is what I'm picking up. Like, those of you who have been with me for a long time, I've talked about parts work and the multiple parts that we have within us, the multiple personalities, the parts of us wounded, inner wounded child, stuck in time, stuck at 7 years old, stuck at 5 years old, stuck at 15 years old. We've had to release and go through them and revisit them over and over and over again. It has been exhausted, but look, we lived all these lifetimes here. I'm going to read it without holding the card up. All right, we'll hold it up. The higher self likes to integrate the wisdom it has gleaned over many experiences and lifetimes so that nothing is lost and all is enhanced. You are in the process of spiritual weaving and integration at a soul level now. This means that skills and abilities that you hardly recognize consciously will become more obvious to you. You may find that you know things from different traditions that you have no recollection of ever learning. You may feel strangely drawn to start studying different healing arts or martial arts, for example, only to find that it is somehow familiar to your heart. Yeah, all these lifetimes, I saw somebody wrote something about Akashic Records. All these lifetimes are culminating into this lifetime. Big time. I'm experiencing that, that's for sure. Be patient, open, and trusting of this journey. It is an intense time of spiritual growth as in the integration, there is also shedding of old issues or pain that no longer serves you. It is good to let this go. You are being asked to encourage the activation of past life abilities in your current lifetime by letting go of past pain and issues, even if you are not conscious fully of what they are, through releasing pain with the breath out of the heart chakra and anywhere else in the body or energy field you intuitively feel to do so. From the space created, the soul light will shine, and the light of incarnations past, including talents and abilities developed therein, shall shine through you now. This oracle is also guidance that in your life at present, there is a past life pattern or contract strongly operating. This is neither good nor bad. It is helping you to grow either in a supportive way or in a way that is challenging you to become stronger. Power, triumph. I lost where I was. Bear with me here. Okay. This past life contract may arise in the form of a teacher, relationship, or teaching. It may resolve itself by you receiving the teaching or letting go of a relationship or accepting a new relationship into your life, or even letting go of a philosophy or teaching so that you may expand your awareness with a different teaching that helps you access the wisdom you need for your growth at this particular phase of your journey. This may be very different to what you needed some years or even months ago, and that's fine. It is up to you to trust your heart and discern what feels true for you. Remember, you are one being with the eternal source, and that being has had many faces, just like the 10 sisters of light. You have various skills and talents, and you can enjoy allowing the process of their return to you now and the integration of healing of a past life pattern into a new expression too. Now I'm going to let's see, there's some suggestions here. Okay, let's do this together. Healing with the 10 Sisters of Light. Sit quietly with your eyes closed and become aware of a soft white light that burns brightly within your heart center, which is your divine self. You become aware of a beautiful woman glowing radiantly by your side, offering support and protection. Focus again on the light and say, I now choose to honor, forgive, accept, and love all that I have ever been. Breathe in and out of the heart center, allowing the light to grow, and then say, I now choose for my highest good to open and surrender to the wisdom of my own soul growth. Bring into this present lifetime that which has served me in the past, if it will serve my highest good again now through my own free will. So be it. Breathing in and out, allowing the beautiful Kuan Yin to send love to your own soul light in your heart, watching it grow in peace and power now. You become aware that the light turns into shining sisters dancing in your heart. The sisters grow until there are 10 in number. They are guardians. They are past lives. They are guides. They are a part of your own consciousness. Let them dance in light. And when you are ready, open your eyes. I just felt a huge beam of energy, and I feel all of the guides dancing around me with us, and we are so loved and supported. Don't give up hope. Don't give up faith. Remember, you are free. Remember, you are powerful. And remember that you are not alone. The separation isn't an illusion. And that's something that we struggle with in the beginning until we realize, until we surrender and allow life to show us through synchronicity, through serendipity, through signs, through things that you just can't make up that come to you. Trust that. Hold it close to your heart, and don't let go. Don't let go of the light. That's beautiful. That was perfect, actually. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I always like to thank the guides for being here with us. I'm just the channel. And I thank you all for being here. Yeah, I thank you all for being here and for sharing all of your experiences and connecting with one another. This is what it's all about. We're not in this alone. We are doing this together. And there's some powerful changes that are on the horizon. We've already crossed through the threshold. It is actually already here. We just are not having the experience quite yet. But we've got some pretty powerful energies to back that up and beautiful messages to receive. So I encourage every single one of you to walk in love and faith and honor this journey. Go slow, pay attention. Pay attention to how life is speaking to you. Pay attention to how your body's speaking to you. Pay attention to any wounded parts that are trying to get your attention, that need emotional release, or have a negative belief about yourself or your situation that is like kind of gnawing at you. These are the things that are being released and let go, because there's some intense and powerful changes that are coming for all of humanity. And we are going to be here together, holding hands, walking each other through it all. And I'm sending you all so much love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for contributing to this beautiful space. And I will be back. I will be back on the solstice. So look for the live. Most likely it will be either Saturday or Sunday of this weekend. I'd love to connect to you all, do a group meditation to really raise the frequency and the power of the intention of more than one soul releasing and putting out there into the energy field. It's powerful. We can do this. We can really make a difference together. And now my cat wants to come back in, so thank you. Oh, sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. And until next time, have a good night or day wherever you are in the world. Bye.